Welcome back to another beautiful episode of Life with Cynthia. This is Cynthia. Today, first of all, I'm a church girl. I always say it all the time. So we were blessed to be in the marriage summit that was recently done in our church. So we did like a download of what the men want and what the women want. And for those of you that did not come to church, we brought it to your doorstep. So you need to this is like a clash of, without using the word debate, but we are here to say this is what the men needs in the relationship, this is what the women needs in the relationship. And while we're at it, if you have any other thing that we don't talk about, please write it in the comment section so that we can know what you think we missed. In the studio today we have two esteemed guests. This people mean so much to me because I've learned a lot and still learning from them. So I am super excited that they made it to the studio today and they will be the one discussing this topic. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Thank you so much for being here, Ma. We have Mr. and Mrs. Tamuno, Steve Tamuno. Mrs. Erefa is the convener of Ladies First Academy. It's a school to coach young girls on living rights, and it's been a blessing for the women for so many years. She's also been in the media industry. She's been an OAP for over a decade. Yes, over a decade. And I mean, she just has a very large portfolio. And I'm so happy you're here, Ma. Thank you so much. Mr. Tamuno is Mr. Tamuno. I want you to experience him yourself. There are a lot of things we already know that I'm not about to say, so that you're not expecting so much. I need you to hear him speak. He's a man filled with so much wisdom. We've experienced him firsthand and still experiencing him now. Sure, that's a high. I mean, it is what it is. So yes, thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Thank you.
Today's topic is, what do women want? Again, what do men want? I do not have questionnaire for this session. I am just going to sit back and cross my leg while the basbos begin. So we'll start with women first. Relationship for the singles, and of course, every single relationship we are hoping gets to marriage. So for relationships, the single and married, what do women want?
Okay, first of all, I want to appreciate you for uh, inviting us here.
Thank you, Ma.
It's a privilege. I have been following your podcast for a very long time, and I actually learn a lot. And so, you said bass boss. It's not going to be a bass boss. I'm going to really speak freely. And, you know, relationships, we really make a mess of them sometimes, don't we? And so, most of the time the problem is we can be selfish, right? And in relationship everybody wants something, and so today I'm going to be talking about what women want. And if the man will see things from my point of view, it would really help us, have a wonderful relationship, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what women want. A lot of people say women don't know what they want. We actually know exactly what we want. Thing is, we want a lot of things, and sometimes we don't describe it properly. For example, a woman knows exactly what another woman wants, but the thing is, the men can't seem to decipher what we want, no matter how we express ourselves, no matter what we say. I'm not going to talk about the men, but I just want to talk about what women want. First of all, imagine married to a man who, first of all, chased you. You know what? You meant chasing, hustle you,
Up and down.
wooed you, chike you, but I wouldn't say flowers, gave you everything, and then even hunted you, and then eventually married you. You know what hunters do? They kill the prey, take it home, keep it, and let someone cook it or prepare it. So that's what they do. And then after getting married, you bring me home and you expect everything to just flow. It's a what's the word now?
So don't scratch your head too much. We're coming.
It's not fair.
Not
So,
fair.
so
Very
yeah,
not
no, it's
fair.
not fair. So, um, first of all, I like to marry. I like to be. Women would love a man that they can be comfortable around. So the first thing a woman needs is love and affection.
Wow.
Love and affection. When I mean love and affection, is I want to know that you love me. You know when they say, "But I told you I loved you yesterday." That's not enough. We thrive. We live on affection and love. LOVE.
Tender loving
Love,
care.
tender loving care. So for women, we need love. It's like the air we breathe in the relationship. We would appreciate a man to love us for who we are. First of all, I didn't ask you to marry me,
Oh, so my
Shebi.
own.
I did my own, you tried me. So now that you're married to me, I need you to show me that you appreciate me by expressing your love in words, in deeds, in every ramification. So let me give you an example. I come into the bedroom, I come into the room, or I come into your presence, and hey, what's up? And you continue doing whatever you're doing. Is that fair?
Very unfair. Oh.
I need attention. Do you know, love, attention is part of expressing love.
Yes.
Give her attention. Give us attention. I'm not angry.
No, yeah,
I'm not
it's
angry,
obvious, ma.
but
You're not.
give us attention. We want flowers. We want words of
One
affirmation.
chilled Coke, please.
You know,
Let it be
and
coming.
trying to look for more words
Money,
to
money.
add to this. Yeah, that's part of it. That's another point. But for right now, I just want to tell us that women need love, we need affection,
Affection.
and don't be bitter towards us. You know, a lot of times men want, there are certain things men want. The house is this way. I gave you money for this. I did this. You did that. Even your tone is important. Do you know the way you speak to a woman is important? And if a woman lacks love, what it does, it breeds toxic emotions. All this diseases, sicknesses women go through, they're most of the time they stem from lack of love. Seriously, stem from lack of love, lack of affection from the partner. And remember, we left our parents, we left our family, we gave up our surname to bear your surname. Brother, you gotta show working, and you need to let me know that you love me by the things you do say, you know. Open open the car door for me.
Very important. Those small, small things. Very important.
Drag the seat for me.
Important.
Send me a message during the day, even as no matter how busy you are. Tell me you love me almost every day.
I feel like, sorry, before you continue, I feel like, so I know you have a lot to say. Just say it so that, because you've smiled too much. No, before she continues, just help us to say what you want to say.
Okay, no, I mean, I've been thoroughly enjoying listening to her, and what is interesting is that everything she has identified as what women want, I like it. I like love and affection.
This guy.
Tell me any man you know who doesn't like. Well, everybody wants to be loved. So anyway,
How come men were commanded in the Bible to love? When God commands you to do something, it means it's something that
very
you
important.
find hard to
Yes.
do. You know, so when God says love, it's a commandment, whether you like it or not. A lot of times men say they love you, but they don't show it. But I gave you money yesterday, but I gave you a big house. I've done this for you. I did that for you. But sometimes those things, they're good, but I want to feel, I want to see you show it with your words, with your actions, and your attitude towards
But I
me.
thought that's the action. Like, I give you a house. It's an action of love.
Well, I don't intend to live alone in the house, right? I intend to live with you in the house. And I want to come into I want to enjoy your presence. If I find out that you're in love with me, you love me, I would enjoy your presence. I don't want to be with a man who women wouldn't want to be with a man who they can't be themselves around. For example, I know someone who was going through a difficulty, and I told her, why don't you just talk to your husband? She said, I can't. And I asked her why. She said, I just can't. And I realized they don't communicate. He says he loves her, but he doesn't communicate with her. He doesn't
Communication is key.
he doesn't show the affection,
Yes.
So one of the basic things we need is love and affection. It's really important. It helps us, we become really healthy. Check a woman out whose husband shows that he loves her. She's really healthy. She looks beautiful all the time.
It's aging backwards.
Yes. Like,
So, you have the
seriously.
floor. You have the floor for a few minutes.
Thank you. Again, I want to say I'm delighted to be
Thank you, sir. It's an honor.
on the show, on your show. I've had the opportunity to watch a few episodes, and thoroughly enjoyed. So thank you for having me.
Thank you,
here.
sir.
So the fact that we're having this conversation, right, supports the claim or the idea that we have our differences. And so anatomically, physiologically, we have differences. Men are driven by estrogen driven beings. Women are estrogen, men are testosterone driven. And so we are different, okay, in morphology, anatomy, physiology. So that is the beginning of this conversation. So I think it is coming to that point where we identify our differences, acknowledge them, and then live intentionally, providing or creating compromises that accommodate these differences and find a way around it. So it's not rocket science. Now, what the men want, what the women want. Interesting, as I said when I interrupted her, everything she has said, men want to be loved, men want affection. Where the men want romance. See how you're looking at me?
Yeah,
It's true.
Okay.
It's true. Now, maybe, so here's the thing, maybe in terms of the delivery, in terms of the presentation, that's where the differences occur. But foundationally, we all want the same thing. There's a school of men want respect. You don't want to be respected by your
I do.
husband. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, let me bring it home. The first need a man, if the first foundational need for a man is respect, a man wants to be respected. And, everything in that relationship, husband and wife, whether you're courting with the intent of, pursuing or exploring marriage, these needs still apply. Respect. Men are ego driven.
Yes. Egoistic.
And so you hurt a man's ego, you have hurt his soul. So women need to understand that respect is sine qua non, right?
That's
It is
English.
critical. It
Okay.
is the center.
That's it.
Is the center is Latin, right? Is the center is the cord that will bind everything that has to do with all the positivity that union is going to generate. That's the center. So everything you do must be anchored around his need for respect. And so, for example, you want to be loved, right? There's a way you need to be loved. And so in communicating that, if you disrupt or if you fall short of the rule of giving him respect, even that need then becomes, a far-fetched. I mean, it's dead on arrival. Because first and foremost, whatever needs you need to bring to the table, whatever pain points you need to bring to the man, right, to your husband, must be presented on the foundation of respect.
It's neat, sir. Why is it so difficult? It's just to come and say, Vivi.
Again,
That's why I said.
notice why we didn't create ourselves. We were created with, I mean, we are high testosterone creatures, okay, and we are very competitive. Even growing up, I've often said that growing up as boys, the one thing that defined us was physicality, strength. So you would hear things like, "I went to school today. How many boys? I mean, you and your brother having a conversation. How many boys did you fight today? Or I had 2 fights. And women, and we lived for it. We want to go to school. We want to fight. That's how we settle scores. That's another conversation on why we are the way we are. I mean, I'm not sure that's beyond the scope of what we're discussing today. So, but somehow that feeds into our very core, and so because we're all different, even across men, we have our individual differences. So it's usually wrong to put everybody in the same bucket. So what I want to focus on today are those fine lines that cut across every man. And I can tell you categorically, respect, 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 respect. So I have this problem, not a problem, when you're communicating respect. I'd like to give another example. Right. So, I'm trying.
She's waiting patiently for you to land.
Because here's the thing: everything I would say is born out of personal experience. So I have to find a nice way to say
Yes.
it without without us going home today, and I have to deal with the consequences.
Very important.
So let's assume it is impossible not to have circumstances, situations where you step on each other's toes. One person is upset, one person is offended. These things happen, and then the need to then reference that incident, to talk about it. You have to talk about it, like you said, communication. So while I acknowledge communication is central and key to every successful relationship, for the man,
How do you communicate?
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
say it. How you say it. So he's not even so much as listening to what you said, right? And you can talk for 24 hours. He doesn't hear anything. You'll be like, "Did you not hear what I said?" "No, ma, I didn't hear what you said. I heard how you said it." And so once you lose him on that level, there's pretty much nothing else that can happen again. Right? So speaking on the need of a man, I'd like to start with respect. Respect, respect, respect. My pastor says respect. He says respect, respect, respect.
Again.
So if a man has 3 needs, is respect, respect, and respect.
Is it boiling?
Speaking of love, let me shake small table. She made reference to the Bible that God says, "Husbands, love your wives." The same Bible in Titus chapter 2, book from verse 4, 5, it says, "Teach the elderly women." The instruction: the elderly women should teach the young women to teach them to love their husbands, to love their husbands. So the Bible told women to.
It's in the Bible.
Yes, it says,
I understand completely.
love your husband.
But I'm talking about what we need as women.
So we also need love.
That's understandable. It's okay. We're gonna love.
So it's not an exclusive woman's need.
Do you know that it's very easy for a woman to love a man, to show a man affection? It's very easy, actually. I mean, if a woman can leave her family, give up everything, and follow a man to live his life for him, to help him live his life, that's so much love. Women, it's easier to show love and affection. Naturally, every woman is a romantic. When you find a woman who's not a romantic, it looks kind of weird. So for love, for us, it's easy to give it. But then when he talks about respect, I understand completely that it's, important. So it's not what we say, it's how we say it. So would you rather I come and say, "Nah, Biko, this thing that you're doing, it's doing me somehow."
No, because
Or
she's asking the question off my mouth. I mean,
Yeah.
there is something happened and I'm offended. And I just, you're not noticing I'm angry. I'm angry. You should know that this thing you are. I might not say anything. I might not utter any word, but my facial expression should tell you, my husband.
that is one of the
that-
areas. That's
that-
what I mean by love. And you need to see me.
But you don't see me. Why are you not seeing me? Why are you not seeing that I'm angry? You're waiting for when and I'll come to come and tell you that thing that you did. You now pick offense that the way you said that thing shouldn't have been. This is my. It's on my face that I'm upset. For someone like me, I will not say anything to you again. I literally would just, as you're talking, I'm literally just moping. So that you know that I'm not, this conversation, I'm really not having it. Why are you not seeing that? Why do you wait for me to now summon the courage to come have a conversation with you and then you're particular about the way I see it?
It's interesting when you ask this question. Are you assuming? Are you saying? Are you asserting that all men
No,
are like
I don't
this?
think so. I
no.
don't think
I'm
so.
just painting like a scenario. Like, I don't think it's okay because the truth is this respect thing is very important. I mean, you have to respect your husband. It's there's no, you can't even avoid it. There's no way. It's him. It's the head over you. It's your Lord. So literally, it's not that kind of Lord that you said.
I understand.
Yes. So yes. You need
With a
to.
small letter.
But then again,
L.
are they respecting us back?
So because we are focusing on the needs, right? I understand completely that men. He's just made a statement that men crave respect from their women.
Okay, sorry, ma. But since you're handling the need of a woman, is there no need of a woman called respect?
Okay, so for us, when a man shows you love, if a man opens up to you, when he talks about respect, I read a book that was recommended some time ago, and I understood something about men. When you give him respect, it opens him up to show love. That thing that you're expecting, that love naturally
Easier
comes
comes.
out. I noticed that with my husband, in fact, when we first got married, the first 2 years, we're trying to understand ourselves, getting to know what you like and what you don't like. So there were fractions here and there, misunderstandings, and you get upset. Why are you upset? Because you did this, I did that. And then one day, the Holy Spirit told me, I was worried. I was just complaining in my heart, like, Lord, he doesn't get me. He's this, he's that. I was just complaining. And he said, send him a message. And so I was typing it. At first, I didn't mean it. And then, yes. And then when I started typing, all of a sudden, and I said, but why can't I be this for him? So I started apologizing. I'm sorry if I've been, heady, this, that, I appreciate you, I that. I sent him a very long text of lovely things, sweet words. I broke down all my defenses and sent it to him. Bro, do you know what the brother did? He sent me memes, clapping hands. Like 5 memes, clapping hands. And I was like, I was like, Lord, can you imagine? He didn't even say, I was
He didn't
expecting,
say thank you,
I was-
my love. This
you
was
know, I
so
was expecting
sweet. Thank
something
you
nice.
for apologizing.
Yeah. But that was the first time. And then another time, I can't remember what happened eventually, but I think it softened him up a bit. And then another time, when I sent him a message, a very lovely message, appreciating him, he now said, because we've been working on the weight, and then tries to help me as an accountability partner to avoid too much of sweet things, sugar and everything. And that day he said, one red velvet cake for you.
Oh,
And he went out of his way to get me something really nice. And I thought, oh, wow, it worked. And so, yes, it opens them up. So when if we ask for respect back, it's easy if you give it to them.
Yes.
But I'm not talking for the men. I'm talking for the women. So please, can we stick to mine?
yes, please stick to yours.
Okay, so I go.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the things women need is leadership. Leadership. We want someone to direct, not like we don't know the way. I know my way. But if I'm going to give my life, if I'm going to marry you, I'm going to submit to you. If you are to be my head, if I'm going to leave my dad, my family, and come submit to you, then brother, you need to show me, you need to give me a clear direction where we're going to with this relationship. For example, I don't want a situation where I marry a man and I'm asking, so where are we going? And he says, I don't know, let's just go. No, I want him to say, we're going to Kaduna. I'd like him to say, we're going this way. This is how it is. This is what it's going to be. I mean, back in the day when we were kids, if something happens in the house, my mom will say, wait till your dad comes back. I will report you to your dad. You know? So that's a leader right there. And everybody's straight. Mommy, please, please don't tell daddy. You know? So it is like that. I mean, something happens. All I want to do is call my husband and let my husband know this is this. And he takes the lead. Don't worry, I'll handle it. You know, so we want a visionary. We want a man who will lead the way, not a man who will come say, "What did it? Oh, so what are we going to do?" You know, we don't want a wuss. We need a man, a leader, someone that shows strength. You know, perseverance, even though the road looks rough. I don't want to. I want to see your face, because sometimes I tell him, "I'm looking at your face. Are you okay?" He says, "Yeah, I'm fine." Because now you are the follow. You better take me there. So, I mean, when I first met my husband, when we were talking, and I listened a lot, and then he would say, he keeps giving projection, like, I'm going to do this. So it gave me so much hope and peace of mind, you know. And I thought, wow, I'm in the right place. So, I mean, so far it's been amazing. I know sometimes he likes to spring up surprises here and there, but it's okay. But I like the fact that he comes and tells me, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, this is how it's going to be. And that's it, you know. And he takes me there. So, yes, leadership and, you know, leadership in everything, spiritual leadership, financial leadership, and in every ramification, you know, I like a man who, I have a headache. There was a time I had an accident at home. It was domestic. I fell and my back, I sprained something like that, and I couldn't move. We were talking on the phone. He didn't know. I was just on the bed, and then he came back and he noticed I started running fever. And in the middle of the night, when he saw I couldn't move, he just laid hands on me and kabashed. The next morning, he said, "Move your body." And I tried to move. And the next morning, I woke up like really well. And I was like, come on. You know, when someone say, come on.
That's
you know,
my man.
Yeah. Yeah. And yes. So I have a phobia for flying. And these are one of two examples I have. And when whenever we fly and when he's around, it's easier because he just tells. I look at his face and tells me, "Relax, everything is fine." And I'm looking at his face. "You sure?" He says, "Yes." Let's go. So yeah, women need leadership. We need it. I wanted to say amen.
Let's.
Yeah, so I agree. In fact, as a matter of fact, our need for respect must be preceded by our ability to provide leadership. So I completely agree. And where a man doesn't provide leadership, then he's asking a bit for too much. He's asking too much for respect. So before you get that respect, you must be able to demonstrate. And I'm not saying that the woman is excused, but it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easier for her to give you respect when you can provide leadership. So yes, I acknowledge it's not so hard. We have these agreements, but just taking it a notch higher in terms of the needs of men. Men need sex. Men need sex. Where's the camera? Which one is it? Am I looking? Where's this one? Men need sex.
This one.
This one. Men need sex. Wives, give your husband sex. And I mean, it's a cliche. Is it food? Is it food? Yes, it's food. Yes, it's food. We are not okay without it. We malfunction without it. We go to work and everybody, especially for some of us who are in leadership positions, and they're like, madam, no, madam. There's a story. There's a story that I used to have a boss, right, who we could always tell when Madame didn't do the business because he will come and it was,
Cranky.
and so I was close to Madame. I was related to Madame, and so I would say, "Help us." I said, "What do you mean?" I would say, "We nearly died today." You know, and I mean, she's my relative, so of course I had that opportunity to to get have the sort of conversations we have, and so some mornings he comes singing, and I would say, he said, "Don't worry, I say they should." So don't ask me why. I may not be able to give you the why, but I can tell you for sure that men need sex, and so
Marriage.
of course, within the context of marriage,
Yes.
please. Thank you for bringing that context specifically within the. I mean, this conversation is within the
Yes.
context of marriage. So men need sex, and so the same way we're having this conversation, and I have said that one of the needs of a man is respect, and then the wife must learn intentionally how she
Respect.
and the woman needs love, and so it's the man's place to ensure, look, I mean, God gave us brain, we're intelligent, so we can think, we can be creative, we can be innovative. So I'm constantly putting my mind into work. What's the best way? It's the same thing with sex. So but I am not wired. No, ma. No, make it work. And we're creative beings. So yeah, sometimes, I mean, I've heard cases, right, where maybe both parties are not on the same levels in terms of energy and that need. But there's if two parties come together, if two parties, if the husband and wife are determined to make it work,
They will.
then they will make it work. And I mean, there's so much out there, so much information on how there's just there's diverse views, the hows. So the point is that, and this is what I've seen most of the time. Most of the time, women complain. We have to tend to the kids. We have to do this. We have to do that. We cook with the kitchen, and then coming back to say sex is insensitive. It's not caring. But after all said and done, he needs sex. So if you realize that this is critical, you make it work.
Can I say something here?
Yes, please.
For example, I've seen people, I've been counseling people, married people for a while now, and then they complain. So what I advise the women, and I know a lady who says, my husband doesn't want a maid, my husband doesn't want a nanny. So I'm asking her, so how do you cope with everything and will still be look good and attend to him in the other room? And that's the problem. And he's complaining, but you don't want to pay for it. Which brings me to the third need of a woman: provide. Have you, what's the word? Ego. A-Y. Malachi.
That's very important need.
Malachi. Give us. Okay, before I go into what women need: money, women need gifts, women need, it's part of the love, expression of
language.
love. Yes. So you want her to be available in the bedroom. Why don't you make life easy for her? She tends to the kids. It takes a whole lot to do that. She takes care of you, meals, and manages the house. So the least you can do is get her helps. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting helps. If you don't want anybody to live in your house, why don't you get someone who comes
Walk-ins.
walk-ins, right? So get that and make life easy for the woman so she can be available to you. You don't expect her to be a superhuman, superwoman, and a superhuman. So I think that brings me to the third need of a woman is we need money. We need money for personal care, hair care.
We need money too.
Yes, And
Men also need money.
No,
know-
it's no, sir. No, sir. Please, sir.
a right
We need money. Her own, we need money is very important.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
I acknowledge.
From you.
I acknowledge that
From
women
you.
need money,
From the
but I
men.
also say that men need money as well.
Okay, so
God
if
will
men
give
need
them.
money,
Don't worry, God will
women
give
need
you.
money from you.
Yeah.
You get money from
so
God.
God
or
will give the
something.
men money,
And sir, yes, sir.
and God will not give the women money.
He'll
And
give
so
us,
God
but
will
we
give
still
us
need your money.
But that's your money that you kept aside is what we are actually.
So you see-
talking
Is this a
about.
universal need?
Yes,
or
it
just,
is a
it's
universal.
just
It's a
Ask
universal
any
need.
woman anywhere. Is that money is sweet? My money is very bitter. Have you tasted my money? Very bitter.
Do you know
And
what
you'll
some
be
people
spending
call
that you're squeezing your face, you're angry, you're offended. But if I spend your money, if you see the joy, like spending your money, you see my face will be glowing. You're very so it's you can't help it.
So we need money, and we need, when you give your wife money, for example, housekeeping and everything, and then you give her extra. In fact, let me give you a gist. The first time when we got engaged, we were planning to get married, so we're sorting out our house. I used to live in Port Harcourt then, and he lived in Lagos, so we were. I come to Lagos, look for the apartment, and then we're sorting things out. We give me money to pay for stuff, and then you give me Jara, because I used to make my money myself then, and you give me Jara, and I'm like, you sent me extra. What is that for? He says, whatever, do whatever you want to do.
Oh.
Hey, if you see the way this is sweet to me, eh?
Yes,
Hey, this is soft my heart. Why do I have to ask you? Why do I have to beg you? Oga, peel out. Some people call it peel out, or some people say raise door so that I can sneeze.
Yes.
So what it means is that when you it's a love language, part of the 5 love languages, gifts are part of it, and then it's not just buy me hair is good, buy me chocolates, flowers, but I need the cash too. And I mean, you can do whatever you want to do with the money, and it feels so good. I mean, it shows that the man loves you when he gives you. Seriously, money is important too.
No, very important.
And it goes a long way. And sometimes this money you give, we use it to take care of you too.
Giving money without change. We learned that.
Yes,
Start requesting
give
for
me. I
change.
don't ask me how much change do I have. You see what is the change to
It's called accountability.
for waiting.
We're
How?
not saying we want it back. We're not saying we want to change, right? Even God in the Bible said it, right? That it is required of stewards that a man should be found faithful. So it's stewardship, right? Just show that I did not use your money and throw it in the Atlantic Ocean. Do you understand? I didn't use it and set a bonfire.
No, sir. I don't
So-
understand.
That's what. So we're not saying give us change. Just demonstrate that, Oga, we're not using it
The
to go and
money
do
is fine.
dirty
It's
November.
fine.
No,
or dirty.
I think we've used the money. Like the money is
The money is fine.
is okay where it
It's
is.
fine in my account.
It's called accountability.
It's okay. You and I are one. If when I spend your money, it's our money.
It's reassuring to know that you have a wife as a good, effective manager. And if you don't
change it up.
Sir,
demonstrate it,
I
you
don't,
will not
I
know.
don't want to be a manager, sir. I like other jobs.
That's
to
the
do.
problem.
Delete. I manage the house very well. I
No,
still need.
So I'm not saying it's not an
So, but
indictment.
he's trying to change it. I'm telling you our need. I need you to understand that we.
We
need it.
continue this. You've gotten 6, 3, Abby. Let's leave it at this because if we stay on this topic today, it's going to be a very long one, and we have very limited time. Usually, each episode is like 30 minutes. So we come back to this. We will come back to this because I have a lot of things to say, but I will just leave it because if I say it, I can't say it. So let me let me just let it go and end this episode here. Thank you, Ma.
So sorry.
Before
I cut you.
okay, go on.
Women need protection. Sorry, this one is very important. We need to understand.
Very
Especially
important. Please listen.
So one other thing women need is protection. When I mean protection, is protect me from I'm getting married to you. Someone said a man relinquishes his daughter, his right to his daughter, and hands her over to you, and he expects that you can take care of her, you can protect her from everything, even from your family. This in-law matter is a big deal. I mean, a lot of women are
Dealing with a lot.
Yes, dealing with a lot. You bring your wife in house. You don't teach her or talk to her about your family members, and you don't protect her in front of your family members. I've heard stories where in-laws come, is this what you cook for my brother or for my son? And then they maltreat the woman, and the man feels, don't worry, mama is nice. Mama is nice to you, she's your mother. Oh, don't worry, my sisters they're very chill sisters, but they are maltreating you. And then you don't protect your wife. Your job, when you are taking your vows, to have and to hold, right? So you should protect your wife. And then somebody complained something, and I realized it happens a lot where the man at maybe sometimes there are downtimes in families in the life of men and women, and then the man is broke, the woman is there with you, helping you out, sorting things out, and then when you get money, you forget the woman, and then you start chasing, and please, we need the men to see us. We are there for you. When you didn't have, we were there with you. We stayed, we drank Gary together. Now that you are having,
Don't leave us and go and be looking for the person that's not looking for you. Sorry, sir. That's what she's trying to say, that she did not complete. That she did not complete. Please, let's end this here. Thank you so much. I learned. I don't know if I should list it for you again, but I'm sure you heard it. If you not yet, go back and watch it from the beginning and use your paper and your pen and jot things down. Thank you so much, man. If I continue, I might make it longer than this. Thank you so much, sir,
Thank you
for
for
being in
having
the
us
studio
again.
with us. I hope that we can do this again, because the truth is, if you came for Family Summit, you know that they just said part of it. It
Oh, it
is
just scratched the
plenty. It
surface.
was literally scratching the surface. So we need to give the remaining of it. So hopefully we will have this session some other time in the future. I want to say a very big thank you to you for watching and staying true with us till now. From all of us in the studio, this is a hearty bye bye. We'll see you on the next episode.